The first beta of OxygenOS 16 is here, and to tell you the truth, this has to be the most feature-packed Android update of 2025. Half of it is original and the remaining half is copied from the Orange brand. I'll not waste any more time in pleasantries because there's a lot to show. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is that the lock screen clock has a new transparent effect, and when you go to the customization page, you will see new lock screen pages with different clock styles. And this one, well, I think I've seen this before. Also, the moment you choose any theme, you'll see this cool depth effect, which we have already seen in both iOS and HyperOS, but here you get to choose between 3 different clock styles, and you can even use your live photos, which is new. And the best part, the entire implementation is just super smooth. Apart from that, you can also add widgets on the lock screen, and the widget page looks exactly like iOS. Now, the placement of the widgets changes depending on the theme, either on the side or at the bottom. You get the idea. And you can now finally change the text on the lock screen, including the text, fonts, and a lot more. This is really good because we couldn't even change the text last year. One very useful feature that they have added now is that you can customize the shortcuts at the time of setting the lock screen itself, which is quite convenient. Plus, earlier you could only change the left shortcut, but now you can change both. And yeah, this time you get even more options to play with. And by the way, let me show you something really cool. While you move from one theme to another, you will see this reflection right here. It's obviously copied from iOS, but it's not real time. It shows up a bit later. Full marks for efforts. And speaking of marks, they have earned some more by finally redesigning the lock screen media player, which a lot of people have been wanting since quite a long time. The notifications now stack just like iOS. You get a full screen AOD just like iOS, and the media player also shows up on AOD just like iOS. I wish it was a drinking game. There's also this very nice ripple effect in both charging animation and fingerprint unlock, and you want to keep doing this again and again. Now, in your journey from lock screen to home screen comes this interesting page where you have to enter your passcode. The first thing you'll notice is that there's liquid glass inspiration all over this page, and when you press the button, the specific button glows up just like iOS, but it doesn't stop there. The reflection goes on other buttons too, which even Apple didn't think of. If I talk about the icons, some of them have changed a bit here and there, and the clock icon now has never settled written on it. All that is fine, but the most interesting thing is that the icons are now scalable, even the third-party apps. And if you scale them, you get options to add shortcuts, which could be useful too. And by the way, you can also change the icons to match with the wallpapers. The widgets page is also more cleaner now. They don't show up the widgets upfront. You first tap on the app and then scroll through all the available widgets, just like iOS. Next up, the app drawer also has some very interesting changes. First of all, the search bar is at the bottom for better accessibility, and there's also this nice bouncy animation to it. On the top, you see 2 new options, all apps and categories. All apps is the usual standard way, and categories, well, this. It automatically sorts your apps into different folders, just like iOS. In the notification panel, the clock now comes along and also gets bigger. The notifications are also a bit more rounded this time. If I talk about the quick settings, they have tweaked some things here as well. It's now fully customizable, including the tiles at the top, which was not possible before. The full Wi-Fi name is now visible, and you can also see all your connected devices right here. And oh, you can even change the color of the tiles. Last year, OnePlus upped their game with parallel animation, and this year they have taken it to a step further by integrating better into the UI. Now, you get parallel animation when you're using 3-button navigation, OnePlus Shelf, and also in the app drawer. The animations also feel slightly smoother than before. There's also more colorful representation throughout the UI, be it for the quick settings, notifications, sidebar, and more. You get a new font as well. It's called the One Serif, and it has a classic look to it. Scrolling through recent app page is also faster than before, and the close button has this glass effect. Let's talk about the specific app changes. Settings app first. First of all, in the About page, more importance is now given to the software version than the name of the device. There's also a separate page for OnePlus AI, which was not there before, and the connections and sharing is now called cross-device connectivity. Wallpaper and lock screen is now combined. The sound page shows the current mode right at top, and the sliders of all the pages are now thicker, the way everyone likes. The battery page is also completely transformed with different modes on the top, settings moved to the bottom, plus the stats also look very different now. And if you're wondering about the SOT, well, they have removed it too. You can now only see the number for last 24 hours. Apart from that, the sidebar can now show 2 columns, so you can fit in more apps. There's also this new outdoor mode that improves internet speeds, call sounds, increases app stability, and ensures more accuracy in location services. And yeah, the live alerts also support more activities now. There's one more new feature in the settings app, and and that is very interesting. I'm talking about the AI search that makes searching within the settings easy peasy Japanesey. So you can just type screen is too bright and it'll show you the brightness options. You can also type the phone is not ringing and it'll take you to the option to turn off the silent mode. The Photos app is also more immersive and modern now. Album and Explore is now merged into just one page, plus the sorting is at the bottom for easier accessibility. There's also a built-in video editor, so you can just crop your videos, add text or music and do a lot more. I'm just happy that they didn't take any inspiration from Apple because their Photos app is just totally. The clock might be ticking, but the clock is not ready to settle because there's never settle written on top of it. The Notes app has this cool new animation whenever you open a new note, and this time you also get some formatting options too, which were not there earlier. The Games app is now changed to Game Assistant and there are no ads or recommendations, at least on the main page. You do see them when you swipe, but at least they are not right on your face. My favorite app change is definitely the Calculator app. Now, just like I explained before, whenever you tap on any button, the reflection appears on the adjacent buttons and it's color matched too. If it's orange, the reflection is orange, and if it's white, the reflection is white. The Easter egg is also more animated now, which is cool. And speaking of the Easter eggs, there's this new one in the phone app. If you dial 1+, this plays.
It takes courage to be different.
I think we should play this every Monday morning for motivation. The Call UI is also liquid glass inspired, and when you press the buttons, they behave the same way as Calculator app. Other than that, there are some cool new AI features as well. First up, you can just long press on the plus key and record your thoughts on the go. It can go up to 60 seconds and there's this cool animation to it. Now, whenever you take a screenshot, you get this option to directly add it to the Mindspace, which is quite handy. There's also this new option called Collections, which automatically organizes all your memories. One super cool thing is that Mindspace is now integrated better with Gemini. So you can ask which article did I save in Mindspace to read later, and it'll just give you the details. Let's say you're posting a photo on Instagram and you're struggling to find the caption. The updated AI writer automatically detects the photo and gives the suggestion based on that. You literally don't have to do anything at all. It's really very well implemented. Next up, if you're scanning some notes or taking a photo of your laptops or your phone screen, it automatically removes all the lines and shadows. There's also AI Portrait Glow that lets you control the brightness of just the face in the photo. It works pretty well. It can actually be very useful if you're taking your portraits in low light or dark situations. There are some ecosystem features as well. For starters, you can just bring two OnePlus phones together like this to quickly share media. And not just that, it can now connect better with Apple Watch and Mac. So you can sync notifications, find your phone, or take photos using the Apple Watch. So yeah, that's pretty much everything about OxygenOS 16, and personally, I found it to be a solid update over last year. While nothing OS 4 disappointed us, HyperOS 3 mimicked iOS 26 in every possible way, OxygenOS is the only one that actually brought some meaningful upgrades and kept the iOS inspiration as minimal as possible. Honestly, kudos to the entire team for bringing out such good updates year after year. Good job, OnePlus. Now, if you're thinking when will your phone get this update, well, here's a complete list of supported devices so you can just pause and check. So that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please press that like button as it really means a lot. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.